one mic.
We hail echoes throughout the stadium. There is a pause throughout the stadium as this man sounds like he just coughed up a lung. They're looking around. The Jumbotron shows and pans the cheerleaders, and as it goes down each cheerleader's face, each one breaks up into laughter, which at this particular time destroys half the stadium. The other half is still trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Does this guy need CPR or something? And then at that particular time, I lost it. Devon's brother.
Yes, today.
Blog Talk Radio.
Start the show, this one mic.
Phoenix is another place. They got a great training staff. They were able to breathe life back into Shaq. And you can do that. You know, people talk a lot about their training staff.
Blog.
Yes, today.
Yes, today. As we start this show, this one mic. Sorry, we get right up in here. It's a good day. Well, the title of this show is Any Given Weekend, because we proved that it ain't just Sunday. Any given Saturday, something gonna happen. So we'll get in that to the Cipher. There's a lot going on in the world of sports. I think we might have thrown our rundown out the window. We got all kinds of things going on. It looked like Hamp just dropped off it, but he'll be right back in the building. Before I get started, though, I want to hit my boy Darnell up and just to see how you doing, man. How you doing?
Man, I'm good as always. Another week. Looks like they popped off my face. Oh, okay. Yeah, another week. Just ready to get into it.
Yeah, we got Hamp back in the building. You know, we working on this. How you doing, man? Everything running straight?
I'm doing well. Blessed in the land of living. You know. Yep. So waiting for DAW to come to GSU probably a couple months. You know, looking forward to that. Yes.
So if y'all go into our RSG catalog there, Real Sports Guys, y'all see a Real Sports Guys live interview with Dr. Damon Williams, who is like the premier expert in the country on Chief Diversity Officer, Strategic Diversity Leadership. So he's going to be going to hang out with Hampton them. But he's an avid sports fan. If you go to the interview, it's going to help you understand what's happening today in our world. He's going to come with some stuff that'll blow your mind. But at the same time, he's going to talk about his Lakers and everybody else. He can talk that sports as good as he can talk about strategic diversity leadership. So he's a friend of the program.
Yes, sir.
Definitely gonna have him on. So I'm glad he's gonna bless you over there, brother, to help you move the needle down there in Chi-Town. So we always like
Amen.
that. We got going on.
We got.
We got people crashing the damn party. Let me see if I can get something rolled.
Yeah. Okay. Rockford's in the house.
Yeah.
Rockford's in the house. Rockford's in the house.
We going to the Fort
Middle County's in the house.
Oh, hell.
815's in the house.
Yes, sir. All day. M815, baby. 815. Let's go.
This is long time listeners. Like, he's my brother, but he's on me up football. First veto trade I've ever seen. I'm like, I cannot believe the foolery
Come
up here.
On, man. You know. I'm the Jaguars of the league this year, but I couldn't accept that.
Man.
Yeah.
You and Doc got together. You got that, man.
It's the collusion going on here. Something's going on back off the deal or something happening. Y'all was paying them off for the backside for that deal.
I'm not giving up. I don't give up, though. I don't give up.
He got a PhD in economics. Add up. Nah, y'all. I don't know if I've ever vetoed anybody's trade. Whatever you do, I look up and they cormed up on me. But see, that's about Mo, because Mo saw me taking that final playoff spot for him and then going all up there. So he was trying to block. You're gonna end up on the outside looking in anyway. Welcome to the show.
That just shows how bad it was, because we never vetoed a trade. That shows you how bad it was. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that just shot the conscience, bro. You know, D. Wells, you know, man.
Look. Y'all gonna regret it. Y'all gonna regret it now because everything.
I ain't regret nothing.
Odell gonna be a number one receiver on somebody's roster by Sunday.
Man,
and he was getting Kyler Murray.
He won number one.
He might be in Siberia.
Who gonna be
number 3 on Cleveland?
Crazy.
He already going to Kansas City.
You
good
crazy.
luck. Green Bay. Good luck.
y'all.
Yeah,
But I'm still gonna be good. I'm just gonna be loaded.
I know you are. I know you are. That's why you don't need to trade.
So I'm
You don't
gonna
need
say,
to trade.
y'all. I would say y'all gonna pay the price every weekend. Don't. I don't want to hear no apologies. I'm like, oh, he's loaded. I don't want to hear it's rigged. I don't want to hear. I am going in. I'm going scorched earth right now. I already said it. I said,
Okay.
as nice as I'm to everybody, somebody's stuff mess up, I'll go, Hammer, when you accidentally dropped your guy last year, you messaged me, it was all messed up and mixed. Did I fix it?
You did, but that
I don't want to hear it. There we go. I could have just
the
said,
website was raggedy.
it's not
You
fair.
do what you're supposed to
Website
be
was
doing.
raggedy.
You're the
That's why
commissioner.
that
You do
shouldn't
what
even
you're supposed to be
happen. The
No,
doing.
I'm
website
not.
was
God.
raggedy.
I could have looked at you like, if you die, you die. I could have been Drago in it. But I
Dude, again, you
mercy
know I
and
shot the
grace.
conscience. Come on now.
You was doing your
You
job. This is a
shot
little
that.
different now. This ain't about doing your regular job.
No, y'all looking at this for what y'all
Man.
think it is, not for where it's going. In 2 weeks, y'all gonna be like, damn, that brother was right. He was giving a good deal. Now, this brother who's mild mannered, Dr. McGregory, who's got responsibility, might lose his religion on y'all. Y'all cost him.
Nah,
I'm gonna be all right. But he gonna look at it like,
Doc understand. Doc
hey,
understand.
Darnell, I'm gonna say this to them. This was like the Clippers when the NBA blocked your boy from going to the Lakers and forced him to go to the Clippers. That's what this
Yeah,
stuff
Chris
was like.
Paul.
Chris Paul,
Yeah,
y'all
that's a good analogy.
crazy.
That
We
trade was
gonna
whack
fix the league
too.
type stuff.
That's why Silver blocked
Yeah,
that.
and that's
That trade
why
was whack.
they rejected
That
because it
trade
was
was
so
whack.
whack. Yeah, exactly.
Silver should have sat down. It cost the league. If you're willing to come into a deal, any deal can be a bad deal with an injury. His buyer will beware on everything. He ran
Yeah,
the
but
day.
the
You
guy
got a
was
All right,
guy who
already
don't even
injured.
know what
Yeah,
team he's
you got a
on.
player
Come
already
on
injured.
now. You don't know what team he's on. Come on now.
look. I'm gonna let y'all. But you know he's gonna be a starter. You know he's gonna be a star. You know they're gonna give him the ball.
No, I don't know if he's gonna be a star. He ain't been a
He's not
star
gonna
in
be
4
playing for
years.
Stefanski. You
He
know he
ain't been a
Cle-
star since the
Baker
boat.
Cleveland didn't give him
Baker
the
Remember
ball.
Mayfield
the
not
boat?
looking for him.
Remember the boat?
You know that.
Remember the boat?
Cleveland didn't
Remember
give
the
him
You
the
know
boat
his
ball.
incident?
targets
So
are
He
gonna
ain't been
go
a
up.
star since the boat. He ain't been a star since the boat incident, bro. Remember the boat incident? I was in the airport during that game. I took a weekend trip to San Jose, and I saw that clown with the boat. They looked like they were high as a kite during the game. Man, you were in South Beach chilling.
It don't
I was
matter
like,
where he going right now. He finally get to pick where he want to go. He was drafted to Giants, and then he got traded to
yeah.
Cleveland. He get to pick where he want to go.
He
He
got
goes
traded for a
wherever he gonna
reason.
get
They
the
got rid of
target.
him. Gelman got rid of his butt. That's the reason why.
All
you
right,
want to get
and Gettleman about to get rid of himself. Who you
That's
think
true
would
too. Yeah.
like he's smart? Gettleman don't like he's smart. So we gonna say Gettleman.
Addition
Shoot,
by
Gettleman.
subtraction, bro. Addition by
He should get
subtraction.
himself.
OG,
All right,
you
now,
looking at his stats lately? I mean,
huh?
You
We
look
gonna
at stats lately. He can't
down
stay
more.
healthy.
All right, we going to the back. Get into this. Hey, just please go to
Yeah.
realsportsguys.com.
No, I'll put it this way: D Wills. If he balls out, put the trade through. I'll accept the trade,
It's too
man.
late now. If he
No,
balls
not
out,
too
I'm gonna
late.
crush y'all.
The
If he
trade
balls
deadline is
out, I'm
10
just gonna crush
days.
y'all. That's what I'm gonna
The trade
do.
deadline
And,
is 10 days. That's not true.
and I'm gonna create my own Mike Tomlin videos every week. I'm gonna put my hat on. And I'm gonna be like Tomlin at the damn thing. Y'all gonna get a dose of Tomlin every week, video version. That's what I love about y'all platform right now. I go all Tomlin in on y'all. So I'm okay. All y'all did was just save me a chance. Now I can mix it up any way I want to. Because when y'all find out where he go this weekend, y'all gonna be like, damn, we should have let him trade. Now we're gonna hear junk all the damn time. Because at first I was actually about to cancel the trade myself. I'm like, damn, I'm loaded. But I'm gonna leave it alone. I believe it
Oh, you was
alone. I
doing
said,
that. You was doing
I
that
agree.
nicest of your
I
heart.
posted the
It's like
trade.
My
you
I
do
best
that
posted
for
the
the
player,
trade.
nicest of your
been
heart.
I'll
hurt.
let
My
it go
best player
through.
got
You was doing it for
COVID.
the nicest of your heart, making that trade.
Russell
I was
hurt,
about to
man.
pull
My
it back.
team's
I tell you the
whack,
truth, I was
man.
about
My
to pull
team's
it back.
garbage.
And I said,
My team's
I'm
garbage.
about to pull it back. I
My
was about
team's
to pull it
garbage.
back.
My number 2 back on the injury report every week. That guy can't stand the injury report. I mean, every week you're on the injury report, man. He's just questionable. I want to call him. He's questionable. That's what Antonio Jacobs is Gibson is questionable. That's what I'm gonna call it. That's his nickname. Questionable.
Man,
That's his nickname.
Hammer should be on the stock exchange to make somebody move, so many trades
I
and everything
know.
going
Man,
on.
I'm trying to stay, dude. It's help. It ain't help this year, man. It ain't help this year.
You got
Buzzing,
more. You got more activity than the New York Stock Exchange, man.
but
I
I
do,
mean,
man.
damn,
I'm trying to.
You made a record number of moves in 30 minutes.
Hey, I'm trying to deal with y'all. Y'all whooping my behind, man.
Him.
Y'all beat me like
but you don't keep forgetting to play him. You know, you play him for a week. You pick up a guy and drop a guy in the same day.
Available people on the waiver wire, none of us else can get it. I think it was a tactic.
I know you missed the waiver wires, man, because they all be on waivers and we all messed up now. Yeah.
Decide on a strategy. You're diversity officers. Decide on a
It's
strategy.
work. It's worked. I've won leagues before, man. It ain't worked this year.
Everybody's all confused what he's doing. Yeah.
I know. I'm like,
this year.
Trying to confuse us with his strategy. Like,
I know. Like,
who did everybody else? I'm gonna say Pat.
I finished second in this league because Mo beat me right in the finals. Yeah, I mean, I finished second in this league. So,
well, we got
but
chance.
this year, I'm getting whooped.
Darnell ain't saying nothing because he just taking it on the chin. That's okay.
Darnell ain't got nothing to say over there. Okay,
man, yeah. Darnell, thinking about that next prospect you're gonna be able to cultivate and get that college job. He's knuckleheads talking some mess. I'm strategizing about trying to get to Tuscaloosa.
Try a dynasty league next year.
Yeah,
get a little more longevity going here.
I gave up on my fantasy team. Both my running backs is hurt, so I'm rolling out there with Mark Ingram and Kenneth Gainwell. You know
Gainwell ain't bad. I try to pick him up. You beat him to me, so yeah, he beat him to me. So I want to pick him up.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump into the open mic and what's on your back page. What else we got on this thing? Y'all got me off the rundown. Let's see where we're at. We're gonna talk about the back page. What's up out there in sports that got people going. Then we'll get into Cipher any given weekend because any given Sunday we had some upsets on Saturday. As our man Broner used to say right there, youngin. Anybody can get some. That's what he tries to. Everybody got something on that weekend, and then we'll drop the mic here when we're done. So we got a lot of stuff going on. Let's start out with you, youngin. Your world of sports. What's on your mind, brother? What you got? What you've been paying attention to?
A rivalry is born. You got Jalen Green versus Cade Cunningham. They're going at it right now on ESPN. Jalen Green got a dunk and then screamed on Cade Cunningham. But what I don't like is he ran down the court and tried to guard somebody else. If you're gonna go in there and talk mess, you got to at least guard him on the way back. But yeah, that's the only drawback of what that is. But it's a good little rivalry. These kind of things are needed in sports, especially with two teams that are not doing well. You know what I'm saying? This team, I think the Rockets are 1-9, the Pistons are 1-8.
They are, yeah.
But I tell you what, I'm watching this game and I'm seeing flashes. Like if the Pistons may be 1-8, but I'm telling you, Cade Cunningham is a winning player. He's definitely a winning player. The way he controls the game, the way he facilitates, you just see flashes of a winning player. I mean, he made one move where he did the Tim Hardaway, the UTEP two-step, and then fired the ball over to the weak side wing to an open shooter, and I was like, man, that's something that can work. That's something that can work somewhere down the line. So that's what I'm looking at.
How you know about the UTEP two-step, man? Your age, bro.
I'm telling you, I grew up. I think I said this before. I grew up on ESPN Classic. I didn't want. I watched some. Every kid watches cartoons, but I didn't watch
Classic. My business, don't you?
I watched ESPN Classic. I used to watch.
It's my business.
Ali Frazier. I used to watch Magic versus Bird when I was a little kid. I used to watch the dunk contest. I used to watch the old home run derbies with Harmon Killebrew and all of them when I was a little kid.
It's going out of business, though. It's going out of business. Don't you? We need to get a petition going, man. Because it's going out of business, dude. Don't you? ESPN Classic is going out of business. Don't you?
It's but I'm saying when I was growing up, I'm talking about 2003, 2004. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm watching it now, 2021. I'm upset about that. I saw that. I don't like that, man. I want a petition going, man. We need to get a petition. Social media, get on Facebook.
Well, that's what YouTube's for. You start to do it there. So many of those kids are doing it on YouTube. We're checking out their history. All right, Hammer, what you got on your back page? What you paying attention to?
Oh, Nagy loses again. Why lie, man? What else? Nagy loses again. I'm so sick of Nagy, man. I mean, he just knows how to lose. I mean, he gets a PhD, postdoc, and loses. It's just awful. I mean, Cassius March. I mean, who the heck is he? You had 2 straight offsides, defensive offsides. It's just embarrassing, man. We're just wasting a good talent in Justin Fields. I was in a place in my spot in Frankfurt, hollering, jumping up and down, had my mask on, jumped up and down. It just deflating, man. But again, every time the Bears lose, you know what I say, thank you. One nail a coffin for Matt Nagy. So thank you, Mike Tomlin. That's what I'm telling you. Thank you, Mike Tomlin. Thank you, Big Ben. You know, thank you, Aaron Rodgers. Before he got COVID-19, you know, thank you. You own us here, own us. So we can get rid of that coach. So yeah, so that's I'm just sick of Nagy, man. I mean, just 12 penalties. I mean, it's just the most undisciplined with Javon Wims, with all these cats fighting, and it's a debacle in Chicago. This is when you know you have a coach who had no business being a head coach, who was 12-4 his first year because of Vic Fangio. It wasn't because of him, it's because of Vic. And look at Vic. Vic got in last weekend. Well, you talk about upsets. Vic got in last weekend, and so it's can't wait. Like I said, we got the new stadium in Arlington Heights. That means the McCaskey most likely will sell. I see good times. It's like the Cubs, man. I mean, we went through tough times, and then with the right selling in the ball club, we're gonna be back to respectability. Our brand will be back. Our brand now is in the toilet, man. We shouldn't even be on Monday Night Football. They should ban us from Monday Night Football. They should ban the Lions from Thanksgiving Day. They should not be on Thanksgiving. You got Owen forever team on Thanksgiving Day. Come on, man. They playing the Bears too, right? On Thanksgiving, right? They're playing the Bears, right? The toilet bowl, man. The toilet bowl. The raggedy bowl, raggedy Ann bowl. That's what I call it. Shit.
We're clear. We know what's on your mind, Mo. What's on your back page? What you with sports?
Hey, well, I will go to a little more positive news in the Illinois State, and that's the Chicago Bulls. You know, talking about getting back to a little more of a traditional way of looking at our team here in Chicago, the Bulls basketball. So I'm turning the page from football already. So I'm happy that the basketball team has actually got something to talk about here in Chicago this year, and you know they made a lot of moves with the new GM. People were kind of skeptical about bringing in, you know, some older, more veteran players. Most people are kind of tanking, you know, going through the process and those kind of things, and going for the number 1 draft picks and those kind of things. They kind of went a little bit different. I like the kind of idea of kind of going against the grain and kind of being creative in that way, of finding some good veteran players who are out there and bringing the team back to respectability. And it could be more than that, because they're actually off to a really good start right now, 7-3. I'm just really impressed with what they're doing right now, and the way they're doing it. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how it develops throughout the year. So, good defense, top 5 in defense, top 5 in offense. So they're doing things on both sides of the ball, and I think it could be a lot of surprises this year for the East. So that's my top thing or back page.
All right. Well, hey, them Bulls, them little bullets, are trying to put some stuff together. So I'm on that. You know, my back page has been watching this college basketball, man. Last night was just an exciting night. You know, Coach K is on that little tour going on. He got quite a team. Kentucky's got some players. You know, watching Michigan tonight, you know, just I didn't realize how much I missed watching these young folks play in front of fans. You know, now and just having a chance to watch them play. It just was last night was I just found myself, man, like these young cats are coming ready to play, well developed. You know, Madison Square Garden was rocking. You had everybody in there. It just got me excited, getting ready to go out here to Vegas for the Mile Invitational. We're bringing my boy Mo and Red Insurance on. I hope we got it as a sponsor. So I was glad to have our brother not only as a contributor, but we hopefully bringing him on to help us sponsor that event coming up here in the next couple of weeks. So we're trying to finalize that.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up.
This college basketball thing is heating up, and I didn't realize how much I missed it. I was up last night just going crazy watching these young cats play. So that's what's on my back page. So a lot happening in the world of sports, y'all. We'll get into it. But the Cipher, let's jump into the Cipher real quick. Any given weekend. I'm calling it any given weekend because it usually was any given Sunday, but we found out last week that you can get it anytime. You know, and Purdue is like that. Purdue is like the new Iowa. They, as the youngin said, you know, Purdue put paws and feet on on Iowa. They just put some paws out last week. Uh, uh, he had
That's
paws out
funny,
for that
man.
one.
That's good.
Uh,
That's good.
you know,
That's
Michigan
good,
State went
man.
down there and they
That's
came out the
good,
top rope
bro.
on
That's
Michigan
good.
State. You know, and then we had
Paws and feet.
then we had some upsets happening. You know, obviously in pro
Illinois again. It's
yeah,
true.
in pro football as well. So there was a lot happening in that opening weekend. But let's start out with the Michigan State Purdue. Like, you know, obviously the polls came out. Michigan State fell off, but you know they really still lost the Michigan game. We can talk about that later on. But I don't know what it is with State. And what did you make of it? I'll start with you, Youngin, because you've been watching Michigan State. What Darnell? What did you see in that Michigan State Purdue game, and what do you see that could be corrected? What is something that's just a structural issue they're going to be have to really fix here as they try to win these games down the stretch?
I saw absolutely nothing because I told you on the pregame show. I said this is a game where they on upset alert. I I saw what's gonna happen. Purdue, the team, they can't run the football. I mean,
Yeah.
but they're a team that they're good at throwing the ball, and it's a matchup. It's a matchup problem for Michigan State because their secondary is not good. We saw it against them. We saw it in the Nebraska game.
Yeah, they play. I mean, they
And to
barely
be
beat
honest with you,
Indiana. Yep.
Michigan State, there was
Yep.
I mean, they're
They,
ranked number 3, but they're not the third best. They're not the third best team in the league. What was
no.
that? Oh yeah, Michigan State. They're ranked number 3, but they're not the third best team in college football. That's just the way the rankings were done. I don't think they were really that. They're not really that talented of a team. The Michigan State is it's a blue collar type of environment. You know, they're a team that plays hard, team that's not going to quit, a team that perseveres, and that's how they came out of that Michigan game with the win. But if you watch that game, you know Michigan State was not a better team than Michigan really was. They just endured to the end. But yeah, I don't think I know it obviously it's an upset because Michigan State was an undefeated team and Purdue was not. But it's something that I saw coming.
Yeah, when you got to put so much on one person to carry you, and I didn't trust their passing game, and you know they were down 30-16 in Michigan, and Michigan just let them back in the game. It wasn't like they beat Michigan. Michigan beat themselves. That's a game you got to have everything go right. Your special teams, your running game. Their defense isn't as dominant as I've seen. They got good players, but not like the level I've seen previous Michigan State defenses. And so they have too many ways they can lose the game. But they got a coach who's a great motivator, keeps them in there. But sometimes that just don't make it. So we'll see what happens later on in the week. I don't know if Mo, you want to
Yeah,
jump in
definitely
on
not. You say if you're comparing this Michigan State team to the teams before, when they
Yep,
used to call them no fly zone, when they had
yep,
Darquez, Denard,
yep,
Trey Waynes,
yep,
Curtis Drummond back there. I
yep.
mean, no, it's no Denikos Allen. There's no comparison. I mean,
It's not
it's not
comparison.
as talented yet, but you know, if Mel Tucker, if he stays, you know, he's on the recruiting trail, so there's something that he's going to build. He's going to eventually build it, but it's not there right now. It's not
Yeah,
there. And a guy like David Bell. David Bell reminded me. David Bell reminds me of the second coming of Michael Thomas. His
yeah,
game reminds me a lot of Michael Thomas. His route running, his size, his sure-handedness. Yeah, you already knew that was a matchup nightmare for them.
yep, yep, yep. Mo, any you want to jump in on this one before I go over the hammer?
I'll just say something real quick because my dad is a Michigan State fan. He's watching them every week, and he's
Mm,
been saying the same thing for a couple of weeks. Like they should have lost to Indiana,
yep,
Nebraska, and you said the undisciplined play. So he's a fan of Mel Tucker and likes what they've been doing and turning the program around. But he's been saying undisciplined plays, what's been kind of going on for a while, and he's been saying that he didn't think it was going to last, and it finally came to get him back by the back. So yeah, I mean, I think they had a good run, and they're a good team, but not a great team, and I think, against Ohio State and some other teams, maybe even Penn State, they're going to have some problems here in the next few weeks.
That's it. Hammer.